My name's Christophe Elle. I do political folk. And I heard just earlier today there was a showing of a beautiful film made by Sultans of String. Chris McCool produced this film, and it's a number of Indigenous artists that performed and then also talked about what's going on politically here in Canada. And one of the songs is an anthem to Mother Earth. And what he said was that, we don't need anthems for each country, but it'd be great to just have everybody play this anthem for Mother Earth. And this is my anthem for Mother Earth. It's a song that I wrote for Earth Day actually a couple of years ago. And the song is called One Rock. Air we breathe, the water we drink, keeps us alive, it makes me think we have all we need to survive. Together we can thrive on this one rock close enough to the sun for us to share, for us to care for this one rock just close enough to the sun. Great Wall, the Taj Mahal, the world's wonders, we protect them all. This fragile earth is our beating heart. It's up to us to do our part, 'cause there's just one rock close enough to the sun for us to share, for us to care for this one rock just close enough to the sun. We're not moving to Mars, there's no high rise in the stars, this is home. This world needs change, we've made some mistakes, but there's time, and you and I can find a way, 'cause there's just one rock close enough to the sun for us to share, for us to care for this one rock just close enough to the sun, This one rock just close enough to the sun. To the sun. One rock. So there's protests going on all across the world today for basically, what they're calling No King's Day in the U.S. And apparently up here in Canada, because we actually have a king, they decided to call it No Tyrant's Day. Right? So we don't want to offend Charles, right? So, but at the last No King's Day, which was like just a few months ago, or the first No King's Day that they organized in the U.S., I was writing that week, and I came up with this song that I was starting to write, and it started as things have changed in America, but I realized it's like actually like Un-America. And so I wrote the song called Un-America, and it'll probably be the name of my upcoming album will be called Un-America. And it goes something like this. All across America, your rights are being trampled on. Keep your head up, don't let your guard down. They sent the military into LA against the wishes of the state. Keep your head up, don't let your guard down. It's a new day in America. Fake kings in charge, making up the rules. It's a new day in America. Time's running out, better stand up for your rights. Fake Gestapos on the streets, veering folks right off the beat. Keep your head up, don't let your guard down. Home Depot, the farms, the courts, the schools, ISIS waiting there, the federal goons. Keep your head up, don't let your guard down. It's a new day in America. Fake kings in charge, making up the rules. It's a new day in America. Time's running out, better stand up for your rights. Ripping up the Constitution in your face, sparing the jails, they need more space. Keep your head up, don't let your guard down. Need a plan, need to know what to do. First it's your neighbor, next it's you. Keep your head up, don't let your guard down. It's a new day in America. Fake kings in charge, making up the rules. It's a new day in America. Time's running out, better stand up for your rights. Don't give in without a fight. Time's running out, better stand up for your rights. That's Un-America. So another thing that's been on my mind a lot, like the last couple of years, has been the conflict in the Middle East. And so just about a year ago, actually, I started, it's just over a year ago, the protests started in Columbia, at Columbia University in New York City. And it was that event, like seeing the students stand up when, the rest of our society was doing, really, there was almost nothing being said about, the slaughter that was taking place in Gaza. And so when the students stood up, I thought, okay, well, wow, that's what sort of prompted me to actually write a song. And this song is called Columbia, in honor of the students and the fact that they stood up calling for a ceasefire and divestment. Goes like this. Chanting free Palestine, Muslims, Christians, Jews, a call to end the Gaza war, divest, disclose the truth. A New York City campus hall, Hamilton, now Hens Hall. That 6-year-old girl died on the Gaza streets. Columbia, the conscience of the people. Columbia, the students cry for peace. And the history through the centuries, the Holocaust more recently, and all the suffering, the Nakba, colonial crime, pushed out of Palestine, dividing us with borderlines, and now this genocide. Colombia, the conscience of the people. Colombia, the students cry for peace. The Israeli war machine blocked water, electricity, air drones and F-16s from the red, white, and blue. 35,000 dead, many of them children. Hospitals and schools destroyed, no home to return to. Colombia, conscience of the people. Colombia, the students cry for peace. The empire is well prepared, the media's in cahoots. Call the students terrorists, and in the boys in blue. This new generation with love in their hearts, our shared humanity and justice for all. The student protests spread, the winds carry the seeds. Montreal to Berlin, a call for war to cease. Colombia, conscience of the people. Colombia, history repeats. Will we heed their plea? The students cry for peace, for peace. Thank you. This song is a song that I wrote during COVID, and it's sort of evolved a lot since I first wrote it. But it kind of sort of a similar theme, like looking at how, you know, politics is sort of like up at the top, and the people are sort of like pressed down below everybody else. But this song is called "Up on the Hill." Another day up on the hill, as they kneel down before the almighty dollar bill. And we the people, we're struggling still, with the fate of our lives in their hands up on the hill. Profits are rising, Amazon is thriving, prices keep on climbing, but it's just another day up on the hill. The politicians in the lobby is playing up on the hill. Living here in the city, it's the two of us and a child. I'm taking a second job, I just don't know how we're gonna survive. Around the world, they're cutting the trees, more poverty and war. They say get up the numbers, the shareholders, they need more. Profits are rising, weapon sales are thriving, prices keep on climbing, but it's just another day up on the hill. The politicians and the lobbyists playing up on the hill. Why does it never trickle down. It seems there's one party, only one party in town. It's a system in favor of you if you're in the loop. You're out of luck if you were part of a minority group. It's just a neo-colonial project. That's the plan. In America, now it's a king who calls the shots. He wields the power over the law. And the billionaires with their rockets they play. To survive we need real change. This is not a game. Oceans are rising, temperature is climbing, people are dying, but it's just another day up on the hill. The politicians and the lobbyists playing up on the hill, like when we were kids in the schoolyard playing King of the Hill. Will we ever grow up? Will we keep playing up on the hill? Thank you very much.
All right, Christophe, good to see you again. We chatted a little bit here earlier in the day, and you're a fellow CKCU host. I really appreciate a lot of the songs you play, and I got to see your showcase yesterday at the folk conference. But what were you working on today?
Working on today, well, just sort of regrouping from the whole last 3 or 4 days at FMO. Just sort of really regrouping and thinking about the various artists that I've connected with and my plans for the next little while. So yeah, it was sort of a day to just sort of get back to people who I needed to get back to and continue plans actually for this week's. At the end of this week, I have an event which is Music and Words for World Peace that's coming up this Friday, October 24th at St. Andrew's Church in Ottawa. It's associated with Peace Train Canada, who came to Ottawa last year to promote a world or a Canada that is focused more on peace than on militarism. They are back for another week in Ottawa, and they're conducting meetings with politicians and various members to talk about and try and promote this idea that Canada should be a force for peace instead of really focusing on NATO and being, trying to up the amount of money that we put into militarism and to arms and these kind of things. We need to focus our efforts on diplomacy where Canada's efforts were placed before, around the time that the Pearson Peace Institute existed, that kind of thing. So now we have that, and I wanted to have an event associated with music, so we planned this Music and Words for World Peace this Friday at St. Andrew's Church.
So I was with you when we met the Peace Train last year. Do you want to remind people a little bit more about just what their mission is, how they're...
So Peace Train Canada, this was something that was dreamed up literally by Keith Whiten and Bernadette Whiten. But Keith, one morning, they had been talking about, what can we do to address these wars that are happening in the world? What can we, how can we make a difference as an ordinary citizen? And he had met with a few people that day. They were talking about the war in Gaza. And the next morning he woke up with a song in his head and he was like, what song is that? And he realized it was Peace Train by Cat Stevens. And so it occurred to him that what they should do is get on a train from Vancouver and take that train with a group of people to Ottawa to talk to the politicians in Ottawa about ensuring that Canada focuses more on peace than they do on war.
I think that's very important right now. Right now, we've been building too much, we've been spending too much on military, on war, and not enough on humanity, on building each other up. And now I think we need to refocus our society.
Yes.
I think that these guys are doing a good work in order to try and help that happen.
Yeah, and they brought that peace train to Ottawa, and they got the ball rolling. And Elizabeth May, the MP and the leader of the Green Party in Ottawa, took that baton up and actually gathered a group of people to take them to the United Nations earlier this year. And our focus at that time was the fact that the United Nations was putting on an event which was a focus on the treaty for the elimination of nuclear weapons. And so Elizabeth May brought a number of us associated with the peace train to New York City for meetings on associated with that treaty. And it continues on from that. So we spent a week down there at the United Nations, and the work associated with that is continuing this coming week in Ottawa with Peace Train Canada, and the meetings that they have set up with various politicians, and our evening for music and words for world peace.
Christophe, your show airs every Tuesday morning, Songs for the Revolution. Is that 7:30, I believe it is?
It's 8 o'clock.
8 o'clock, okay, all right.
8 a.m.
Yes, okay, so it's the same time slot as mine. I should have that memorized. I don't know how I don't. But you play a lot of political folk, you play a lot of music that, activist music I would describe it as, activist folk.
Sure.
And it feels empowering. It feels like it's good to hear it on the radio and know that there's people that care about that.
Yeah, absolutely. I try and find artists that, care about, I think the thing is with music is that, as songwriters, you have different directions that you can go in with respect to the type of music that you write. And as you progress through your career, you realize, I think that I want to focus my time and energy on writing songs that are associated with how I feel about the world, and there's a number of artists that are out there that really care about this world that we live in, and they've focused their attention from a songwriting standpoint on those areas. So, and it's great. The nice thing that I appreciate about having a show like that called Songs of the Revolution, I'm able to focus on artists that do care about those things. And just as an example, we had an artist, her name is El Jury, who's an artist from Ecuador, and she lives in New York City, but she cares a lot about the world that we live in, and her focus on her new album is really focused on lifting up the people and ensuring that our focus in terms of songwriting is around social justice related issues. And not only that, she actually on her website has a section on her website that is devoted to providing a toolkit for activists that help them sort of if they want to get involved in social justice related issues, they can go to her website, and she provides the tools for them to sort of okay, well, where do I start? Look up your local politician. What is happening locally in your community? Contact them, provide them your feedback with respect to the things that you think are important in your community. Look at, more broadly in Canada, we look at, our provincial government and see what we can do to make a difference provincially. Look at nationally, look at our national politicians and reach out to them and share with them our ideas with respect to how we can make this world a more inclusive world, a more equitable world, and a more peaceful world.
Well said, well said. Well, thanks so much for chatting with me, Christophe. We'll have to talk some more. I'll have to get you on the show.
I'd love to be on the show, Nathaniel.
I'm sure Maria would appreciate that too. She loves your music.
And thank you for your show every Monday morning. You and Maria are, just holding it down, with making sure that we know what's going on in the city, and you have a very caring way to contribute to this community. So thank you for that.
All right. Well, we'll chat some more soon. Thanks, Christophe.
Okay. Thanks, Nathaniel.